inconveniences, concerns, issues, everything else. Yes, the Mossberg 590 A1. If these three babies have not handled the situation, you can always count on this old baby. 590 A1, military version of the Mossberg shotgun. Let's take a few shots with it and have some fun today. It is loaded with 1 ounce slugs right now. Oh, slugs do the job, don't they? And I think I just am in the mood to start out long range, despite the fact this gun has no sights really. Let's reach on out. I have not shot at the gong with it, but I just have confidence where to hold. If I don't know, I'll figure it out. Okay, I was holding right in the middle, I think. Woo! Nice, nice. My shoulder will be raw by the time we finish with this. I put it on a little extension here. It gives me a little padding too, but mainly for the extension. But I am going to shoot it. You see we have some ammunition we're going to expend. This is the Mossberg 590 A1. I had a 590 years ago. I think I may have told this story. And I really liked it. I used to compete with it in some side IPSC matches, and with it and the Remington 7 or 870, as well as the Benelli. And I always liked it as a pump, and ended up selling it or trading it with one of the local deputies I was riding with at the time, and have kind of wanted to get one back. I shot 10 Outdoors 9s out here not too long ago and confirmed the fact I just need one of these again. And I just like them. I like where the safety is right here. It's kind of neat, and they seem to load and function sometimes a little bit more smoothly even than the 870, and I love the 870. They're both great guns. We'll do a comparison sometime, but they're just both you know, two classics and great guns. This gun, I don't know everything there is to know about it, except that it is has been used by the military for a good while, 10-20 years in various configurations. And I think the A1 is just a few years old, where they have the parkerizing. It has the heavy walled barrel. You lay it down here, maybe you can see it better, but this one does have the heavy walled barrel. It's a little bit thicker on the barrel. It has the bayonet lug, which I can't imagine having a shotgun without a bayonet lug. They're pretty much a useless shotgun if you don't have that. And what else? According to the military specs, of course it does meet the mil specs, imagine that, since it's been used by them so long. It has a double claw extractor, and it of course has on the slide, it has you know, bars on both sides. Those are things I know the military required. And it has ambidextrous safety. Of course, when it's up there, it's just naturally ambidextrous. I believe the specs called for a metal trigger guard and a metal safety button, and this has the metal there. Yeah, it is an alloy. It's aircraft aluminum receiver, and some people are, I guess, are a little bothered by that, where it's not steel like the 870. But you know, as I think I've said before, the Benelli has an alloy receiver. Glock has a plastic frame. You know, so they hold up well, and everything that matters is matched up steel to steel. The bolt locks up into steel, a barrel extension, so it's not like the alloy is really holding that much. The pressure's on steel to steel lockup, and obviously it has worked well. In fact, everything I have read indicates that this was the only gun that really met the specs, I think 100%. I believe, again, you can correct me, some of you military folks too, or you gun nerds that are bigger nerds than I am that really study this kind of thing. because I'm kind of a jack of all trades, and I admit that because I like so many different kinds of guns. But I believe their test called for 3,000 trouble-free rounds. I think it allowed for maybe 3 malfunctions, and then no breakage. It could not be any breakage on the gun that would affect the operation of it. You know, I guess if half the safety button broke off or something, or, you know, front sight broke off or whatever, maybe that didn't qualify as something that would keep it from operating. But that the Mossberg was the only one that met those standards. You know, none of the others met them, as I understand, just the Mossberg. So it's hard to badmouth the gun, maybe just because it has an alloy aluminum receiver. So it's always, the one I had, I shot quite a bit, and it always served me well. Nice gun, so I'm going to shoot it. And like I said, the neat thing is, well, my other one had the bayonet lug, and I used it quite often because I used to deer hunt with it and field dress deer. Just kidding. So what we're going to do is play with this gun. All right. Now this is a shooting video. It's not really a chapter 2, but we're going to shoot. I'm going to start out with some low brass. It doesn't look much like brass, does it? Just some Federal 7.5 shot rounds there. You know, as compared with these high brass slugs. Whenever you hear high brass, that's what we're talking about. You know, it's got higher brass on it. It's a hotter round. And then we have some double aught over here that we're going to, those are 3 inchers, so those will set my shoulder back a little bit, I'm sure. So we're going to shoot some of those too before the day's over. Just play around a little bit, okay? Got lots of slugs here. I don't know if we'll shoot everything, but I like to have enough ammo out here because you know how I am. I shoot a lot of ammo, more than I should. And while I'm gabbing here, I'll just load down my pocket. One reason I put my vest on here, I needed some pockets. Not really trying to hide anything necessarily concealed today, although I am you know, packing, of course. We need extra armament, but I just love these vests because of the large pockets that they have. It'd be handy if you were a photographer, I'll bet, because you can put lots of things in the pockets, lenses, cameras, all that sort of thing. Shotgun shells, whatever. So I've got a pocket full of them right now. Okay, put one more in. Now I'm just going to shoot some things down here and play. You notice we have some 2-inch boards stuck up down there. We may shoot those some. And we may shoot a little bit of everything. Oh, I see some cans. Got to shoot those. Yee, doggies. Whoa. Those take long to empty it, I'll tell you. If you thought a pump shotgun was slow as compared with a an automatic, you know, semi-automatic shotgun, don't know if you've ever shot a pump. Most of you have, but they will cycle pretty fast. We may demonstrate that sometime, and I like to just play with them. They're fun to shoot because you're not in a huge disadvantage just because you don't have a semi-automatic shotgun. I'll show you kind of what I mean if I can here. I'll just come across here. They will cycle pretty fast. You have to be careful you don't short shuck it, which means you don't bring the slide all the way back, and you'll end up with nothing in the chamber. And I may do that today, messing around. It can happen. All right, doesn't take long to empty a pocket. Oh, I see some paint cans there I've not gotten. What else do I need to shoot here? I'm out of ammo. No more ammo. Now that's just bird shot I'm shooting, so that doesn't kick very hard, and it's going to shoot. This is a smooth operating gun. Of course, this is a new one. So it's, right out of the box, it's pretty smooth. So let's put that down. And let's go ahead and put some more slugs in. I'm gonna see if I can go animal hunting. Now you notice this gun does not have the sights. You know, I've talked about on my my Remington, I have those old scattergun tech sights. They're actually track lock. They're called Ghost Ring back here, and I don't have that operation. I love a Ghost Ring sight, and in the front you just got that little bead. But you know, I was putting it on the gong out there, kind of trying to put it in the middle of the gong, and it felt. I mean, I could see it. I could see I think I see some hits out there. It look like the hits are not grouped too badly up there. It looks like over to the left a little bit. And so we'll see if it shoots right on. I have noticed the sun, you know, is always to my right as I face the range. When the sun is out, I do tend to end up shooting a little bit to the left or to the right. Sun sometimes coming from an angle can mess with your sights. Don't know if that's it or not, but okay. Let me put a few more of these in. Shoot a few slugs. Now I don't like to shoot slugs too much at the animals, but we might just shoot a few of them. All right. I think I'll pick a few animals out if I can over there. Figure out where to hold. Oh, that's nice. It looks to me like at this distance, even on the gong, that wherever I put that bead, that's pretty much where the slug is hitting. So much for $200 sights that I don't have on the gun. Maybe I don't need them. Of course, I might use a shinier front bead there. Okay, has that one been fired? No, we'll get him later. Okay, I'm going low, I think. We just get a chicken today. You guys are always after me for why I don't shoot at the chickens. I'm feeling kind of frisky today. So I'm just going to knock everything off. At least I'm going to try. Well, I've hit one or two chickens, so we'll forget the rest of them possibly. One reason I don't always shoot the chickens, it's not because I'm such a poor shot necessarily. If I miss one 5 or 6 times, it doesn't necessarily make for good video. I know I can hit them if I shoot at them enough, but sometimes I just skip over them most of the time, I guess. Wow. Tell you what, it's like shooting a rifle, isn't it? Well, hard to beat. I'd tell you one thing I'm seeing a lot of heat come off that sight. It's like a mirage almost. Hasn't really affected the shooting too much, but the target's actually kind of waving a little bit there, like it's in water. But can't complain as long as I'm hitting the target. What else do I want to shoot with slugs? Let's go for the gong a couple more times. Not bad, not bad. I see a blue cinder block, or what's left of one. Make short work of that. I think I'll take a shot through those 2-bys. Click. I have a feeling went through both of those. Okay. Woo! Baby's getting warm, getting warm. Okay, is my shoulder ready for some of these? Yeah. 3-inch double-aught buck, 15 pellets. Okay, let's try. Let's try some of these. Let's see what happens. You know what I was going to do though before I do that? I was saving these 2 slugs here. Oh, ouch, hot barrel. Somebody ought to make a heat shield for this. Actually, a lot of them do have heat shields on them, don't they? Yeah, I wanted to pop these last 2 jugs here. I was saving them. So, let's just do that. All right, we ready? Yeah. Click. Now we'll go to something that hurts me a little more. Let's put these in here. Tell you what let's do. Yeah, we'll load this thing up in a second, let it cool off just for a second, and then we'll shoot some more of those. How's that? That sounds like a good idea, because this gun is so much fun to shoot. I know I want to shoot it some more. All right, now we're loaded up with double-aught buck. So let's see what we can do with this stuff. Have some more fun. Let's try that old cinder block. I don't think this stuff will break it up, but I'll see what it'll do. Oh well, took a little chunk out and knocked it over, didn't it? Let's shoot that board sticking up there. Let's move up a little bit, see what it does. Let's move up a little closer. Let's put a couple more in. I tell you what, you know when you shot those 3-inch double-aught buck. Let me grab that one. It lets you know. All right. Man, those things go right through that 2-inch board, don't they? Looks to me like almost all of them went through it from all the various distances. Okay. All right, we have 15 pellets in there. All right. Thought maybe I short-shucked it, but I didn't. Got to watch that with a shotgun. We might just mow it off here. We'll see. I was going to get the field loads back out. Dust on that. All right. Oh, we're empty. Hey, you know what? You know what we have though, back at the shooting table? I just thought of it. This is what everybody needs for their shotgun. Let me reach up there. Get the old bayonet on. All right. Let's get him. Let's get him. Didn't take much, did it? All right. See, that's why you want a bayonet. You never know when it's going to come in handy. I mean, you know what? Sometimes you're out in the woods, you just need to find something to do with your gun. You know? Handy little device. That's what I like about firearms. They can be so practical. You know, trim trees, just whatever you need to do with them. Clean off snow. They're wonderful tools. Get walnuts, apples off a tree. Really, really handy. So, you know, like I say, if you have a shotgun without a bayonet lug, you know, what are you doing with it? You know, you really need it. So, what else do we need to shoot? Is there anything else left? I think we pretty much destroyed the range and everything that was sitting out here. So anyway, I guess I'll wrap this up. This is a fun gun to shoot. I really haven't encountered many guns that are not fun to shoot. You probably have noticed that. And a shotgun takes the fun up quite a few notches, doesn't it? When you just get a pile of slugs, a double-aught buck, field loads, just whatever you might have handy. Talk about fun factor. Oh man. And a gun like this that operates so, you know, smoothly. And it's one reason we like military style weapons. Sorry, Chuck and Nancy, but they're just really practical. They're very durable, and you can have fun with them safely. You know they're going to work. They're going to hold up. You don't have that planned obsolescence as much as we do with some products today. They're made to withstand a lot of use, even some abuse. And I mean, they're made to shoot. So we do have a lot of fun with them. But this Mossberg 590 A1, I really like. And you know, I think I've decided I don't really need to have rifle sights installed on it. And I really just discovered that today. I just took a couple of shots with slugs before the event here, the video, and it felt like they were hitting right on. And so I just went with it, and I tell you what, they do. Whatever you put that bead on, at least if these ranges out to 80 yards, it just pretty much hits where that bead is, just line it up. So I think it's going to be one of my favorite toys. This is definitely a keeper. Mossberg 590 A1. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll probably bring it out again. So if you can't tell without my telling you that life is really good at the compound, something's wrong with you, because life is good.